Steve Green, Master Arborist with Greenview. I'm here in the forest on a beautiful spring day to talk about why, whether you know it or not, you want to be here too. Now, most of us know the trees are good for us. And some of us may remember from earth science class in school that part of this has to do with the fact that trees, so to say, breathe in carbon dioxide, one of our waste products, and breathe out oxygen, something we all need. So the carbon fixing helps cool the planet, and the oxygen lets us breathe easier. But a growing body of research suggests that being in close proximity to trees on a constant basis has many direct, long-term benefits to both our physical and mental well-being. Among these are reductions in stress, anxiety, cognitive decline, and even chronic diseases like asthma and cancer. How can that be, you may ask? Well, not so long ago, I had sort of an epiphany in my career as an arborist. If you work with trees long enough, you will encounter fungi or fungi. Fungi are what made it possible for the primeval ocean plants to colonize land and eventually evolve root systems. Almost all trees have symbiotic relationships with mycorrhizal fungi, and these cover their roots and improve their ability to uptake nutrients and water. They even knit trees together in a vast underground network that allows trees to communicate with each other. Increasingly, what science suggests is that all life is entangled at the micro level in a complex web of relationships that we are just only beginning to grasp. So, for example, our own guts are home to a biome whose numbers exceed the number of cells in our body and whose health has a direct bearing on our own health. Well, as it turns out, trees are a direct link for us to a vast array of forces that produce both micro and macro benefits to our health. A researcher from New Zealand has discovered that people who grow up in areas with greater numbers and varieties of trees have significantly lower incidence of asthma and childhood leukemia, possibly because of the so-called hygienic hypothesis. This suggests that exposure to microbes stimulates our immune response and teaches it how to be more resilient. A researcher from Japan has discovered that a forest environment has a much greater amount of compounds called phytonicides. These are oils trees produce which help them fend off harmful microbes and insects. Now, our exposure to these produces measurable improvements in our metabolic, our cardiovascular, and our psychological health. Hence, the development of Shinrin-yoku, or so-called forest bathing in Japan, to get people out of the urban environment and out into the forest. So the takeaway for me is spend more time with trees. And if you're not lucky enough to live in a forest, then plant more trees where you do live and spend lots of time with them. You'll be a healthier, happier, better person for it.